professor, I will test you in the worst way. Don't bring a scantron, it's pop quizzes all day. Cause of our chemistry, we do biology. What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscriber die trying. You see the thumbnail, man. When poverty is worse than adversity. Like, sometimes people think, people can succeed even though they deal with adversity. And that's true. But there are circumstances where that ain't adversity. You know what I'm saying? So adversity is when you may be sick, you may be hurt in a sense, right? Something happened at the last minute, or you dealing with somebody you're dealing with them on their terms and their turf or whatever, and everything's skewed for them. People look at that as adversity. And then they say, you came from a poor upbringing. You just had to deal with more adversity. And there's no. See, if you get two people together and they both relatively have the same IQ and they both take the same type of classes, the person who eats on a regular basis is going to do better than the person who doesn't. And people will go, well, the adversity is maybe they can be an honor roll student on an empty stomach. Not for an extended period of time. See, that's poverty. That's worse than adversity. You got people who maybe these people could, be in athletics. Okay. So if they don't eat, how much energy do they have to compete? Oh, that's just adversity. You ate, you slept, and you might have the better materials. Like, okay, maybe you got the best shoes and, the best training facilities and because you have more money. If a person can have training facilities and they can have equipment, once they're competing with you, you kind of, what happens in competition happens. But you got people who take credit for winning because of poverty. Well, it's not my fault that, this person didn't have lights on and they didn't have food in the refrigerator and they starved. I won fair and square. And it's like, okay, well, we're going to see them again. And what if next month they have lights and food and they feel a whole lot better and they're not dehydrated or starved and they can have a focused mind? What then? We got to cheat to win. They're ready. They're really ready. Oh, so you know the difference. See, when they can actually have some semblance of the same things that you have to get to the point to compete, you realize they're a problem. Talk about another situation. People say, generational wealth and blah, blah, blah. Well, you should just get it out the mud and get it out of the mud and work your way to this, that, and the third. Well, here's the problem. You have a situation where you have people, okay? People who have enough money to waste time versus people who are trying to get enough money to have time to actually be successful. What is that movie with Justin Timberlake? Is it Out of Time? When actually time was the currency, and people who were bought poor, they were always racing to if I don't, get $5, I'm gonna die, type of thing. But you have people who they just waste time. They'll tell people you should be further along in life. If you tell a person we both got through adversity, we both have to do this and do that to become something. And you tell a person, okay, this person was raised in poverty, this person was raised in the middle or upper class, this person accomplished that goal at 30, from poverty, and this person accomplished that goal at 30 from the middle and upper class. The person from the middle and upper class is a failure. You had more opportunity, more time, more resources, and you took the same amount of time as somebody in poverty. That's not adversity, that's poverty. You see people procrastinate when they have resources. Because they know, because whether it's subconsciously or consciously, they know the person who doesn't have resources has to make up a hell of a gap just to get to their starting point that they live at. So when people go, oh, just because you're poor, other people go through things. Poor people make less mistakes trying to get out of poverty than well-off people make trying to maintain their lifestyle. You see a lot of screw-ups who are from good families. So that's the difference. So when people think about poverty, that person has to get enough money to get to adversity. It ain't the same. Kind of like, I should have used the clip from Gladiator. Poverty is worse than adversity. Maximus was rich and then he went to poverty. But when he had to fight, was it Cassius or whatever at the end, he stabbed him in the ribs before they got out there because he didn't want equity and a fair shake. He wanted to make sure it was like it had always been. His adversity was far and beyond the quote unquote prince or the emperor's adversity. And he had to keep it that way just to have an edge. So understand that poverty and adversity are not the same thing all the time. So like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Tell me what you think though. Peace.